At this time, I would like to introduce the Executive Director of Healthy Start, Fred Leonard. Fred?
Good morning, and thank you, Patty. It's my pleasure to be the Executive Director, and I've been the Executive Director for more than 20 years now, started in 1993. And this is a wonderful turnout, and we're so happy to have you all here this morning. Many of you have heard about Healthy Start and know what we do, and do a lot of things. We serve about 3,000 families a year, but the purpose of our event this morning to promote safe sleep, I think that's probably the most important thing that we can do, is to make sure that babies are safe when they're sleeping. It's my pleasure at this time to introduce Summer Smith. She's a reporter and a general assignment reporter based in Bay News 9's Manatee County Bureau. Smith began her broadcasting career as an intern working on ABC's 2020 in New York City. She then worked as a producer at the ABC affiliate in Tallahassee, Florida, followed by other producing stints at Florida News Channel in Tallahassee and right here at Bay News 9. After leaving Bay News 9, Smith worked as an anchor reporter at the CBS affiliate in Grand Junction, Colorado, the CBS affiliate in Beckley, West Virginia, and the WTWB affiliate in Tampa. She's now thrilled to be back at Bay News 9. Smith holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Communications from Florida State University and a master's degree in broadcasting from Florida A&M University. She is a Manatee County native and still has strong ties to the area. In her spare time, she enjoys going to the beach, boating, trying out new restaurants, and spending time with families and friends and helping to promote events like this. Welcome, Summer Smith.
Good early afternoon, everyone, and thank you. I'm honored to be here. It is wonderful to be back in my hometown. When I was just 18, I always laugh and tell my parents I couldn't wait to get out of here, and I was going to, I guess, move on to New York City, and then I left and I realized we're from the best area around. So I'm thrilled. I have two young children now, a 6-year-old and 3-year-old, and living here, and we live in Manatee County. I work in Manatee County, and I'm raising my children here, and it's so important to give back to the community. And doing events like this, I hope that I'm able to do that. And again, just honored to be here, and anything we can do with Bay News 9, please let us know. I meet a lot of people through events like this, and it's because of all of you we're successful. So thank you for having us, or me today. Thank you.
At this time, the invocation will be by Judge Duran Adams.
Good morning. I want to thank Healthy Start, and especially my friend Luz Corcuera, for inviting me to share a few words with you today before I give the invocation. Luz Corcuera is a remarkable woman whose long and dedicated service to others is an inspiration. I believe she has been guided to this place in this time, not by chance. When I became a father, I found out that having a child gave me the chance to fall in love again every day. I also discovered that parents worry. I remember how when my 2 boys were babies, my wife and I would go to their beds at night to check on them, to watch them sleep. Not only did we watch them sleep, we listened to them sleep. At the time I wondered, how can watching babies sleep be such a wonderful thing? But now I believe there is an instinct instinctive need of parents to know that their children lie safely in their beds at night. Knowing that your children are safe is one of the essential comforts of parenthood. And for me, it was so important that eventually it found its way into the prayers I began to say at night when my boys were still so very young. I prayed to give thanks for all of the blessings God had bestowed on my family, and one of those blessings was that my babies had a safe place to sleep. To this day, I say a variation of that prayer. I still pray that my boys, who are now both grown and on their own, are protected while they sleep, and I pray for the same thing for my grandchildren. When we pray, we speak to God of blessings, those we have and those we ask for. One of the most profound prayers I have ever heard of was a simple prayer spoken by a young girl who was very poor. This is what she said: "Dear God, thank you for the extras." To her, the extras were everything else in her life beyond the barest necessities of food and shelter. A safe place for children to sleep should not be thought of by caring human beings as an extra. It should be one of the fundamental rights of all children, wherever they live and whatever their circumstances. One of the dedications of Healthy Start is to try to ensure that even children who are born into the barest of circumstances have a safe place to sleep. That is why we are here today. So I want to thank Healthy Start for giving me a chance to share this day and a prayer with you. Let us pray. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Giver of all things, we gather today with one another to speak of and pray for all of our children, and to say thank you for those worthy servants who devote so much to Healthy Start. May our friendships be strengthened and our lives be broadened by our being here together. We pray that all who serve the poor and those in need will themselves continue to always be bound within the comfort of your blessings and mercies, and that you bless those who are in need, and that you keep us forever mindful of our duty to help others and to share the overflowing bounty of our lives with those who have so little. We pray always that all children have enough food to eat, clean water to drink, and parents who love them. And finally, and always, we pray that all children have a safe place to sleep. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Amen.
Thank you so much, Judge Adams. I'd like to welcome everybody today. As you know, this is about funding for cribs for the babies. As Luz always says, the babies and their moms. This is the first Healthy Start fashion show and silent auction. We hope the fashion show will benefit our babies and will continue in the future. As a board member of Healthy Start and a volunteer for almost 14 years through my women's club, I have been asked by Liz to be our fundraising chairperson. This event could not be successful without the help of all the volunteers. Governor Lawton Chiles dedicated nearly 40 years of public service to standing up for Florida's children and families. As a state senator, he pushed the WIC program into being under the Medicaid Reform Act. And then as governor in 1990, he pushed for Florida's Healthy Start program to ensure that Florida's moms and babies get their prenatal and infant care that is so needed. Since the program's inception in 1992, Florida's infant mortality rate had dropped, falling almost 20% in the program's first 6 years. In 1997, the Lawton and Rhea Chiles Center for Healthy Babies was established in Florida to continue research and improve services annually. Thank you, Lawton and Rhea Childs. In 2004, Healthy Start, in partnership with Major Connie Shingledecker of the Manatee Sheriff's Office, began the Safe Sleeping Campaign to address accidental deaths due to co-sleeping with their moms and their babies. I think of all the times I fed my daughter in the bed in the middle of the night and woke myself up as I started to roll on top of her. I was much thinner then. Luz and Connie developed Project Moses that provides face-to-face education, a baby bassinet, and quilts made by an army of loving volunteers to provide babies with a safe place to sleep, and later added a play and pack crib for those babies outgrowing the bassinets. Later in the program, we will hear from Shakandra Birch, our infant safe sleep spokesperson, and Major Shingledecker. That was a mouthful. The month of October is SIDS Awareness Month, along with Infant and Pregnancy Loss Month. This is the month for this event to be held. I would like to acknowledge our board members in attendance today. If you would please stand: Carla McGill, Jackie Kelsey, Angel Kokak, Maria Jackman. To our former board members, Donna Valenga, Adele L. Conti, Dr. Florentine Taylor, and Lorraine von Led Brown. A big thank you for the time that you have committed to Luz. And we all know when Luz says, please, you don't say no. We would like to thank Karen Carpenter, chair of the school board. I don't know if Commissioner John Chappie is here. Sherrod Halberton, CEO of Manatee County Federal Credit Union. Sandra Fuentes, co-founder of the National Organization of Women, author and Glass Ceiling Award recipient. And Jack Dzelski, Chamber of Commerce CEO. A special thank you to Fred, our executive director, Luz, and the staff and providers in attendance. I would like to bring up Heidi Williams and Pan Simmons to the stage. These women spent their time organizing and wrapping all of the silent auction gifts. They had them spread out in the conference room and grouped everything. I know what a job it is. I've done it in my dining room many times with different organizations, and I so appreciate, and Healthy Start so appreciates, the time and effort that you have put into this. Pam, thank you. And Heidi, who's always there. Thank you, honey. Right. At this time, I would also like to bring up I'm sorry. Tell me, Luz, who was it? No, I know, I got him yet, but we had another gift to give. Sharonda? Okay, come on up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And how do you say your name?
Shakendra.
Shakendra. Okay, thank you. It's Shakendra. I have all these little notes here, and I don't know where they are. Our silent auction will close at the end of our meal. We will have the modeling after the meal, and we will call the winners out after the fashion show while dessert and coffee is served. It seems people get anxious to get out of here and not pay their bills for their auction items, or they don't know what they have. So we're going to just have you sit in your seats, and we will announce the winners. This will give the volunteers to get their acts together. Included with your program is a Safety Sleep Champion ribbon for you to wear to remind you of this event. I would also like to thank Charles Clapsaddle and his team from Manatee Educational TV for their time and effort on a Saturday.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us for the Healthy Start Fashion Show. The Women's Resource Center is the place in Manatee County for women to discover their strengths, build their confidence, and find their path to success. Women's Resource Center is often the first stop or call people make when they are facing a new challenge, dealing with transition, feeling overwhelmed, or just needing information. Through both phone calls and one-on-one consultations, staff and volunteers here connect women with a program at the center or a community resource. They try to provide women with a roadmap so they can help themselves overcome current obstacles and move toward a more optimistic future. This year, the Women's Resource Center will provide over 4,000 hours of programming, provide more than 2,000 referrals to dozens of local resources, and have one-on-one conversations with over 1,500 women who walk in their doors looking for help. Unique Boutique is an outreach program that specializes in upscale, unique, and gently worn clothing and accessories, providing brand names, an assortment of sizes and styles, and friendly customer service. And the funds from this boutique go to the Women's Resource Center to fund all of their wonderful programs. So we're going to be looking at a few outfits from Unique Boutique. And our first model is Linda Gaines. And again, she's from the Unique Boutique, retired from Sarasota County in 2006, where she worked for 16 years as the Chief Code Enforcement Officer. Presently, she serves on the Manatee County Housing Authority as an advocate for the homeless. She is an AmeriCorps Vista alumni and works as a volunteer with Turning Points as the speaker, asset mapping coordinator, and producer of the Open Door Band. Linda is also an Air Force veteran serving during the Vietnam era. Linda is getting ready for her vacation, and she is wearing a very fun outfit. Her multicolored cotton jacket by Courtney can be worn with your choice of a colored top. She chose green. Very nice. This eye-popping green top is by Jones Sports. Her white Bermuda pants are Chico's cotton spandex, and they are very comfortable. And those snazzy green tennis shoes really top off her vacation attire. Her accessories are a bright blue shoulder bag and earrings that match her jacket, made by Guatemalan children out of potato chip bags. Very nice. The money for these earrings goes to help these children. Now, if you choose to buy this colorful outfit, you will never have to worry about being lost in a crowd. Linda looks beautiful. Thank you, Linda. Our next model is Maria Jackman. Maria is currently a family support counselor with Florida Baptist Children's Homes, licensing and supporting foster parents in our Tri-County area. She is currently working on the exciting new project of the Minnesota Homes, a neighborhood of foster homes built by the Guardian Angels of Southwest Florida with the idea of keeping large sibling groups together while in foster care. Maria has a master's degree in education and enjoys teaching and lecturing. She has locally taped 2 parenting education television series and has served as guest speaker on the subject of parenting education, and various local venues. She is also on the board of directors of the Healthy Start Manatee Coalition and has an enthusiasm about helping moms and their babies. She is very busy. She is happily married to Dean Jackman and has 2 beautiful daughters, Sarah and Rachel. She enjoys boating, camping, and anything that has to do with the great outdoors. Now about this beautiful black and white outfit that she is wearing. It is a black and white floral dress of rayon. It has a cowl neckline along with being sleeveless. The dress is available for only $16 at Unique Boutique, but Maria may be the sole owner after this show. She looks very nice in it. She does the dress justice. She's also wearing black naturalizer shoes costing only $18. She's carrying a black vinyl pocketbook that is expandable with black and gold braided straps. The cost of this, $8. The black, gold, and crystal earrings that she is wearing are available for $5. That is quite the deal. You look beautiful. Thank you. So our next models will be wearing clothes from Rusty Crickets, and this is a coastal city cottage in downtown Bradenton. They offer a warm southern greeting as you enter the family-owned business, as well as a unique collection of gifts, coastal treasures, and it is an award-winning boutique. Rusty Crickets was voted the People Choice Awards for Favorite Women's Boutique in 2008 through 2013, and finalist for Small Business of the Year Award for 2011 and 2012. The owners have been wonderful to work with during the model try-on sessions, and they can accommodate all ages from teenagers to whatever age you desire to go in there. They're wonderful. Our first model is Melanie Taves Bell, and she is presently the Vice President of Outpatient Services with Manatee and has worked for Manatee Glens for the past 13 years. She holds a bachelor's degree in sociology, master's and special degree in education with a major in marriage and family counseling from the University of Florida. She holds a license in that field. Melanie has experience in special populations, including infant mental health, children and adolescents, and adults with severe mental problems and crisis prevention. Melanie is making quite the statement at the office in this flattering jade and black Aztec animal print dress. Now throw on a cute sweater and take this dress out for an evening along the Manatee River. Melanie chose to accent her dress with mint green multi-layered necklace, bracelet, and earrings. Perfect. She tops it off with a cute black clutch from the company Mud Pie. Adorable. Are you buying it? Maybe. She looks beautiful. Thank you. And Michelle Garden, is coming up next.
If you haven't bid it, the cards are going.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Did anyone need a second to do that? They're going? Okay. I guess not. Michelle Garden now. She comes to us via Turning Point's clinical director at our one and only One Stop Clinic. She has been an ICU ER nurse since 1975, clinic director almost 3 years at One Stop Clinic. Since 1955, she has lived on Anna Maria Island. She attended Anna Maria Elementary, Manatee High School, SCF, and USF. Michelle's chosen this casual outfit to meet up with her friends for lunch at the Yahtzee Grill on the river. Multicolored Aztec print blouse. This brings out her beautiful blonde hair and wild smile. The blouse has a split back and is paired with this coming of year's hottest color, jade leggings by Impulse Originals. Michelle completes her outfit with a golden yellow acrylic and mustard handbag by Mud Pie. And her beautiful shoes, which are yours or? They're hers, okay. Well, they go perfectly. Our next model joining us is Cheryl Hedger. Cheryl was born in Pennsylvania, and she lived her adult life between Vermont and Florida. She's been married 35 years and has 2 daughters, 1 stepson, and 8 grandchildren. Cheryl has worked many years in nonprofits, but during a 4-year period, she owned a bakery and restaurant in Winter Haven. She's an AmeriCorps and Vista alumni. Cheryl is off to one of her many meetings in a new outfit from the Rusty Crickets. A gray tie-dye print caftan-style blouse by Noelle is part of the sophisticated look of her charcoal maxi skirt. And for a punch of color, she picked out a soft coral scarf and jewelry to accent her coloring. And that really does it justice. It looks perfect. And don't forget about the fabulous pewter studded handbag to carry all of your goodies. And she's showing them off. Vicki is coming out next, and she came to Florida from the D.C. area where she worked for the National Defense University in Program Evaluation and Measurement. After completing her bachelor's degree at Winthrop University, she proudly served as a Peace Corps volunteer in Bolivia, where she learned humility and a greater appreciation of other cultures. Most of her working years were in academic administration with the Defense Language Institute. And when the Institute moved from D.C. to California, she initially wasn't too sure about going to that crazy state. But it turned out, well, she was swept off her feet by a handsome Army lieutenant colonel who carried her off to Frankfurt, Germany, and intrigues in controlling Soviet activities in West Germany. Wow. Many know her locally for her work in planning the annual Women's Equity Luncheon celebrating women's right to vote. Vicky is wearing a beautiful eye-catching fall outfit. She has paired a trendy black and white abstract knit dress by Zen Knits with a red infinity scarf. The scarves are very in, as you can tell. She completes her look with a red bracelet and multicolored earrings and red rose pocketbook. Very classy. Thank you. Mary Duda, our next model, came after college. She taught in India as a Peace Corps volunteer and then taught at Molokai High School in Hawaii. She then moved to Chicago and became a social worker, met her husband, and had 2 children. Several years later, they moved to Springfield, Illinois. Mary attended the University of Illinois to get a master's in counseling and took a job as coordinator of a multidisciplinary team who were experts on child abuse. After 7 years, she took a position with the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services as a training coordinator. Her specialty was training thousands of foster and adoptive families. After her move to Florida in 2005, she became very active with the Manatee Democratic Party, where she is currently the president of the Women's Democratic Club. Mary will be a huge hit at her Christmas party coming up, dancing the night away in this blue cocktail dress by Topaz. Mary added some dazzle to her outfit with a gold and crystal necklace, bracelet, and earrings. And as you can tell, gold is really making a comeback as well. And we're told you can mix it, which we do. You look beautiful. Great. Our next model is a familiar face, Connie Shingledecker of the Manatee Sheriff's Department. She's with us today as an elegant model. Wow. Major Connie Shingledecker of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is a 36-year veteran law enforcement officer with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. She began her career in 1977 and has worked in various areas within the agency. She was assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division for 10 years, during which time she investigated and supervised the investigation of crimes against children. And I've never seen her dressed like this. You look amazing. I always see her in a uniform. Wow, you look good.
Can you just see me out on a crime scene right now with this on?
We put her on camera. That's what we do right away. In 1997, she was instrumental in the transfer of child protective investigations from the Department of Children and Families to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. The program was successful and has been duplicated by other sheriff's offices in the state. Connie has worked with Luz Cuquera? Okay, Cuquera. There we go. For many years, being concerned her with the number of preventable infant deaths. Comfortable elegance is the look worn by Connie today. She is wearing a coral and jade Tory Burch inspired pattern dress by Hourglass Lily, and it definitely looks better on you than on the hanger. My goodness, that is a beautiful dress. Throw a pair of leggings on, and this would be a darling tunic. What a looker she is in this outfit. Her accessories include a turquoise bubble necklace, again very in, bracelets, and earrings. I think she should go home in that. She's looking very nice. And her bag is a Michi bag, and that's a classic jade handbag to complete her outfit. And you can find all of these looks back here, just in case you wonder where everything's coming from. They brought the store to you today. So both Michi and Rusty Crickets are in the back, and the ladies will wave hi. Now Melanie is returning to us, this time rocking a turquoise feminine chiffon ruffle high-low hemline dress by Mystic. She has added an eye-catching crystal turquoise necklace, crystal bracelet, and earrings to catch the color of her dress as she walks by. Stunning. Oh, I love her necklace. And her pink petite handbag is a Michi bag as well. And that just adds that perfect pop of color. It goes so well. You look great. Next is Donna Valenga. And her passion for mothers and babies made her a good fit to be the executive director of Minnesota Solve Maternity Homes for 14 years, as well as a member of the board of directors for Manatee Healthy Start Coalition. Recently, she retired to devote more time to her husband Kurt and her 4 grown married children who have blessed her with 7 grandchildren. Donna's ready to set sail in this nautical navy and white coral print caftan top by Escapada. Donna has chosen to add the most comfortable white leggings by It Jeans. This caftan style top is very versatile and can be used as a dress or a beach cover-up as well. Donna has added a playful red necklace, bracelet, and nautical red handbag by Mud Pie. Again, another classy look. She looks beautiful. Michelle is returning to the stage and bringing in some casual glamour. It's Linda returning to the stage. And let me find Linda real quick. Hold on, everyone. Here we go. Linda is returning to the stage with another unique boutique outfit. She is wearing black polyester rayon, a spandex top embellished with beige and pink threads that have silver highlights running through them. A lovely top for the evening by St. Tropez West. This is a pack and go top, so no ironing, our favorite kind. This top is worn with slimming 3/4 length pants by City Girl. Her shoes are by Nightlife. Linda, who wears open-toed shoes, says these are very comfortable to wear even though they are closed-toed pump. And comfort is everything when wearing heels. Her accessories are a small gold lame clutch bag. Dangle earrings are very lightweight and match the pink in her top. And this is a very slimming outfit that could be yours to wear on your next cruise, dinner, or wherever you like. You look great, Linda. Michelle? Michelle is returning to the stage, and this time she's bringing in some casual glamour with this black and turquoise color black dress by Chetta B. When the weather starts cooling off, throw a cute turquoise cardigan for that complete look of glamour. She layered 3 necklaces for that fashion statement. And again, Rusty Crickets can help you if you're, I've never been very good with that, and they always help me out. So with the layering, it looks perfect. She is ready to go. Our next model is wearing an artsy bohemian look. Vicki is joining us. Again, she has chosen mint green leggings by Ellen, black basic tee, and a multicolored swing jacket by Adore. Vicki selected an owl necklace and stone bracelet to complete the bohemian look. And of course, her outfit would not be complete without her bag. It's a Prima studded cream and black handbag by Michi Bags. Perfect. Thank you. Our next model is getting ready for the captain's dinner. Will be looking fabulous shortly. Mary's coming out. Well, before Mary comes out, we want to remind you again, if you like any of the looks, if they don't have it today, you can go to their store. They're close by. And talk to Heather Cannon. I'll tell you about their websites. You can also look on their websites at, and I've got to find that real quick, but they both have websites as well as the little setup right here. And they are open multiple days. And Heather she'll come to your home even and help you out. So rustycrickets.com, that's www.rustycrickets.com, and heathercannon.miche, and it's spelled miche.com. And they both have their websites active, up and going, as well as lots of merchandise with the holidays coming up. Perfect time to start thinking of all of your Christmas shopping. Hard to believe. All right, and we are ready for Mary. Mary's looking fabulous and ready for the captain's dinner in this tropical green cocktail dress. She has added an eye-catching necklace and matching earrings with this cute hot pink flower clutch. And this is definitely a look that says, wow, you look great. our next model, Maria Jackman, and she returns wearing another unique boutique dress, a polyester in a beautiful brown and turquoise low neck, sleeveless, and quite sexy look. The cost of the dress, are you ready? $16. Wow. Her brown up-to-date sandals by Ann Taylor, only $20. And she says, oh, to be young again and not have the back problems. She looks young to me. Her gold earrings can be purchased that she's wearing for only $6. What a deal. That is very adorable. She's ready to go out, husband. And Cheryl is returning to the stage wearing another unique boutique black cotton and spandex skirt from Denim & Company. It is topped off with a black spandex sweater from NYC Apparel. Her Chico's denim jacket is embroidered with gold thread and sequins with a splash of red and white beads. Her black shoes are Clark's Jewelry by Monet and a Liz Claiborne shoulder bag. And this bag, I'm told, is valued between $300 and $600. And it does not cost that much in the store. Wow. Very nice. Connie. All right. Connie's joining us again. She is this time modeling a black and white chevron print knit dress by Mud Pie. You can use it as a dress like Connie or as a tunic with added leggings for a completely different look.
This is another crime scene apparel look, don't you think?
Oh, yes. She needs to be on a television show. Connie added layered gold necklaces, bangles, and earrings with the influence of Tory Burch. She completes her look with a mustard clutch for that fall pop of color. Perfect. And Donna comes to us again, this time wearing a resort wear or lunch outfit with the girls. Donna looks casually smashing in this blue and white pattern knit dress by Hatley. She has added this season's hot new look of acrylic blue and cream link chain necklaces. Oh, wow. Natural sea pod bracelet in blue and a cream clutch to complete her new outfit. Very snazzy. She looks wonderful. Well, as we wrap up the fashion show, we'd like to give a special thank you to our pianist, Faye Murphy. Faye taught music privately and in public schools for 35 years in Michigan and Florida. She is a community volunteer and serves on several boards in our community. She's in too many organizations to mention because the list would go on and on. But we thank you for all of your service as she plays on and on. And ladies, all of our beautiful models, please come out one last time for a final round of applause and to show off your beautiful outfits. They did a very nice job. Thank you so much. Thank you. The guitar.
Thank you. I know. You can tell what the popular colors are, too. At this time, I would like to bring up Shakendra Birch of the Infant Safe Sleep campaign. I know she's here somewhere. Here she comes.
Hello. Everything looks different up here. Today, I was asked to give a brief testimonial of my experience with my daughter. On October 12th, this day 6 years ago, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Like most new parents, I got excited and brought everything she could ever need to bring her home. I felt I was well prepared to bring her home. One of the first things I bought for my daughter was a crib. It was also the last thing her dad and I wanted to set up. Being a Healthy Start client, I knew there was a risk with co-sleeping, and I did it anyway. I now stand here 6 years later, a much wiser woman, and I support Healthy Start so every baby can have a healthy start. Thank you.
Did you check, Connie? Shingle-Decker is supposed to be next. Of course, they're changing clothes. When you put on a fashion show in there, quick. We did have another model, but she's been sick all week, Adele Aroja of the Turning Points Homeless Coalition, so she couldn't make it. We have Major Connie Shingle-Decker, who will be speaking. But in the meantime, Carla, would you like to speak? Carla McGill is Dr. Carla McGill, PhD, our Healthy Start Board President. Carla?
Thank you all for being here. I have the honor of serving as the president of the Board of Directors for Healthy Start of Manatee this year. And again, thank you for taking time to be here on this beautiful fall day. I want to thank some of our special guests, including Judge Adams for his remarks earlier, and Charles and his crew from METV for being here. And I also want to thank all the volunteers who made this possible, especially the models. I thought they did an awesome job for not being professional models. I also want to thank Shirkendra for sharing your testimonial with us, and I'll thank ahead of time Major Connie Shingle-Decker, who is, I hear her changing clothes right behind me. And we also owe a huge thank you to the organizer of this event, Patty Benson, who has worked tirelessly for weeks to make this a reality. At this point, I will turn it over to Major Connie, who, as you can see, is not in uniform.
I know my lady models back in the back said, no one's ever going to take you serious again. And here I have to come back out in this, so please take me serious with the message that I'm about to talk about, though. How many of you have ever placed your baby on their stomachs to sleep? Raise your hand. Laid on the couch with your baby? Raise your hand. Fallen asleep in the reclining chair after the 2 a.m. feeding? Raise your hand. Oh, no. Brought your baby to bed to help them or you sleep better. Well, those decisions and so many others ended up being having deadly consequences for many infants in Manatee County. As a matter of fact, since 2000 to 2012, 45 infant deaths were due to unsafe sleep environments. And those are preventable deaths. And if you will take a moment before you leave just to take a look at the pictures at the board, that particular board was used at the Children's Summit just a month ago in helping thousands of our citizens and children in Manatee County understand the issues related to unsafe sleep. You know, we very rarely lose a child to SIDS, and so many people hear the term SIDS and they think that every infant that dies is dying from SIDS, and that is not the case. These are preventable deaths, and they are due to unsafe sleep environments. Now, there are some folks that don't have a crib or a bassinet, and Luz Cuquera and the community, and you here today, have partnered to try to provide a safe sleep environment for many of these individuals. But it's actually even worse than that in some circumstances, not so much that they don't have a safe sleep environment, but they won't use it. So when we partnered up with Healthy Families, Healthy Start, we want the folks out there in the community to know that if you've got a crib or you've got a bassinet, you need to use it. Many of those infants, 29 of the 45 I talked about, were co-sleeping or sharing a sleep surface. 22 were 2 months or younger. That's 78% of those deaths. So we really have to get this point across to everyone in the community. So when you leave here today, you should make it a mission to talk to someone. I mean, I used to follow pregnant women around and say, I need to talk to you. Do you know about safe sleep? And do you know what the consequences of unsafe sleep are? So it's up to all of us. You hear the message here today, you know that it's taking the lives of many infants, and it has already. And we could stop this. We could turn this around, all of us together, sending the message out there. Some of you are grandparents. You need to talk to your children about safe sleep because your grandchildren's lives are at risk. And the way you used to put your baby to bed is not necessarily the safe way to put your baby to bed. We've got parents putting babies on pillows. We've got people putting babies on their tummies. This is unsafe. Until that baby can roll over all by itself, it should not be placed on its stomach. It should be in its own safe sleep environment, on its back, no blankets, no pillows, and not in an adult bed or on a couch or in a reclining chair or what have you. So let's make it a mission today, because when you walk out of here, you will not know the lives you'll save. We'll know the ones we don't. So we've got to take the time to stop and tell people about unsafe sleep environments and what we can do to make things better. And I really thank you all so much for being here today, because it's going to make a difference in our county. It's going to make a huge difference. Thank you.
I know how hard she's worked over the years. I know how hard Luz has worked. On the table is also a flyer from the Renaissance. They're having an affair here to raise money, I believe, for Meals on Wheels. So there's only one per, but if you would just take a look, okay? Luz, did you want to say anything? Oh. Yes.
One last comment. First of all, I'd like to thank the Renaissance on 9th for being such a wonderful organization to work with. We have a lot of events here. And lastly, I want to present Patty with some flowers, thank you for all the work she's done putting this event together. Thank you for everything you did.
And I guess we're going to have to do this as a yearly October Safe Sleep campaign. All right. No.
Well, Patty, on behalf of the staff of Healthy Start and all the community members that have worked so hard along with you, we want to thank you. You are an incredible woman. You give your heart, you give your soul. And paraphrasing what we do at Healthy Start, that we serve moms and babies, I was telling you and joking with you that you were going into labor today and you just delivered this beautiful baby. So we want to thank you, and this is a gift that you will recognize and you will know why. So then you have to let your hair grow now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all. And I just wanted you to realize that when we put the bios of these people together, the ladies, they're all incredible. You think about this, they basically are women who serve their communities. And that's what we're about. And thank you so much. And I guess the next job is who won what. Liz, are we ready for that yet? Okay, all right, thank you. One more minute.
And we're here with Major Connie Shingledecker, who not only is one of our models today, but also one of the spokespeople that will be addressing us from the stage. So, Major, why are you engaged with Healthy Start Manatee and this Safe Sleep campaign?
Well, unfortunately, we've had over 45 infants since 2000 that have died in Manatee County from unsafe sleep environments. And so we just really need to get the word out. We need to educate the public, and we need to prevent, because these are all preventable deaths. And the majority of them are from bed sharing, co-sleeping. So this is a great opportunity to talk to folks in the community, because you tell one person, they tell another person. And we've even got some photographs over here, some pictures of reenactments, circumstances that show folks how infants can die in these circumstances. And I think that's important that people can visually see, because you can be a grandparent and have an infant coming over and staying at your house and not have a safe sleep environment. So we really need to educate people, and we can prevent this and turn it around.
And, one of the things I've seen lately, reading about, are the statistics of how that shared sleep is really on the rise, and it's because parents don't know. And as you mentioned, these deaths are preventable. So the hope is that community leaders that are here today will go out and, as you said, one person tells one person, because no parent knowingly puts their child in danger.
And exactly, and there's really no way to safely co-sleep. We've had doctors say that there is, but if they had come out and had to do any of the investigations that we do with these death scenes and the tragedy and just, the trauma that these parents are in, and a bad decision is generally what the issue is. Very rarely is it impairment. It's usually just a poor decision on the parent's part, and generally because the child is crying and they feel like the child will be more comfortable sleeping with them, and they make that decision and they're exhausted, and then they choose to co-sleep. So we really need to get the word out. There really is no safe way to do it. You can room share, but you shouldn't be sleep surface sharing.
Well, thank you so much for your involvement on this campaign, Major. It's so important to get the word out there to parents, and we look forward to seeing you on stage in your fashions later on.
Thanks a lot. I'm sure they'll say, keep your day job. Thank you.
Also joining us today at Healthy Start Manatee, the Safe Sleep Campaign Luncheon, is the chairwoman of our school board, Karen Carpenter. Ms. Carpenter, thank you so much for being here today. Tell me why this campaign in particular is important to you.
This campaign is important for two reasons. We want all children to have a good and healthy and safe start, and we want all parents to know some of the risks and the dangers of putting babies down on their tummies. This is about keeping your children safe and helping parents with the right knowledge.
Well, it couldn't be more important, and I think most of the time when parents are making choices that put their children in danger, it's really because they don't know. Parents don't knowingly put their child in harm's way. So why is it that events like this can help us raise that profile?
Well, it brings awareness. In the good old days, when my children were little, which was decades ago, we put our children on their tummies. That is not safe. And so children need to be on their backs. And we've learned a lot about safer practices. And as parents, we all need to, and grandparents, we need to keep learning.
Well, thank you so much for your leadership, for being with us today at the Healthy Start Manatee Safe Sleep Luncheon.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Also joining us today at the Safe Sleep Luncheon is Dr. Florentina Taylor, a local pediatrician. Dr. Taylor, thank you so much for your leadership and for being here at this community lunch. What's the message from your medical opinion on what does safe sleep mean?
That means our babies are safe, and we need to try to avoid all accidental death, unnecessary, for pain for the families. And I always tell the parents, back to sleep, Tommy to play. I have devoted my life to make sure babies and children are safe. And so this campaign means a lot to me. I started the campaign with Healthy Start many, many years ago. And sleeping has been a subject of controversy. And grandmothers, grandparents used to put the babies on their tummies to sleep long time ago. And so there have been a lot of research regarding these subjects. The babies inhale their CO2, and that depresses the breathing center, and that's why the seeds comes from. So we need to make sure the babies are in a safe environment. And so the public needs to be aware of, all the resources and education to make sure, the babies are properly treated.
And it's not just putting babies on their back to sleep, which is critically important, but I know that you buy any of the prepackaged crib bedding and it comes with bumpers. And my understanding is bumpers aren't okay for infants either.
Yes, bumpers are not good. Anything that obstructs the baby's airway is definitely unsafe. So this time of the year when we're going into the winter and it's colder, parents have the tendency to wrap, swaddle the babies with material that is non-breathable. So the face should never be covered. There shouldn't be any stuffed animals in the crib, no bumpers. All those things are pretty harmful.
So those cute pink and blue bunnies that we all get as gifts, just put them on the bookshelf, right? And then I know one other item that we like to educate the public on is the thoughts about co-sleeping and the dangers that exist for co-sleeping.
Yes, I tell the parents when I go and see them at the hospital after they have their babies, I say you can be roommates, but no co-bedding. Okay, the baby, the parents are very, very tired. The first 2 weeks are like an eternity, and something can happen. I have seen it all. Mothers dropping their babies. And you roll over and that's it. And I say, why to risk the baby's life and when you can avoid it? So I tell the fathers, I said, once you finish breastfeeding, just go ahead and take the baby, put it in the crib or the bassinet. That's the safest place the baby can be at. So, yeah, I tell them roommates, but no co-bedding.
Well, Dr. Taylor, thank you so much for your championing this Safe Sleep Luncheon and for joining us today with Healthy Start Manatee.
You're welcome. My pleasure. My heart is here.
Really providing leadership for Healthy Start Manatee is Patty Benson, a board member of Healthy Start. Patty, tell me why this luncheon is so important today.
I think the biggest reason is the state keeps cutting funding to so many agencies, and Healthy Start is close to my heart since I've retired and moved down here. I have been active with doing things whenever Luz calls, and since being on the board, she asked me to try to raise funds so that we could supply cribs or safe sleeping places for the needy children and the children in this county. And that's basically why I'm here and why we're trying to raise money.
So beyond the Safe Sleep campaign, Healthy Start does so much to support moms and babies. So tell me a little bit about the big mission of Healthy Start Manatee.
I think the biggest thing is to make sure moms are getting their right pills, vitamins, meals, that they know how to handle a baby when a baby is born and how to take care of them. And if there are problems with the child, the Healthy Start Agency will supply counselors and representatives to help the family of these children. I know in one case there is one child who has been in a serious need, and they have recommended agencies to help that father and his baby because he's working to take care of them.
Yeah, so often parents don't know where to go for resources, and Healthy Start really can serve as that first stop on where to get the assistance that new parents need.
Yes, especially with parents who don't have the funds for a regular doctor, which, other than walking into the hospital on emergency needs, should be stopped. They should get help right from the beginning and not wait till the last minute.
And one other campaign that isn't the focus of today's lunch, but I know has been a real advocacy point for Healthy Start, is for that moms that choose to breastfeed. Often there are resources that they need to be successful, resources for home, resources on how to address it in the workplace, and I know that's been a focus of Healthy Start for those moms that choose to breastfeed.
Yes, that's true. That is another outreach program within, is the feeding of the babies and taking care of them and taking care of the moms so that they're healthy. In the prenatal stages.
And that's where it starts. Healthy moms, healthy babies.
Exactly.
Great. Patty, thank you so much for your service on the board.
Thank you.
Something that has been a real plus for today's Healthy Start Manatee Luncheon is how many community members are here to support this Safe Sleep campaign. I have Amy and Kramer here who are just interested, concerned citizens who are really fighting for the mission of Healthy Start Manatee. Amy, tell me a little bit about why this issue is so important to you.
My mother had 7 children, and her family was quite distant while she was raising those children. So I think it's very important with families of that sort where their relatives are far and they can't teach their younger children and teenagers how to raise children. It's very important that there are programs like this to support raising healthy babies.
Excellent. And Kramer, no disrespect, but I'm looking in the audience and we're a little outnumbered.
Yes.
So tell me why Healthy Start Manatee and this mission of supporting moms and fathers and babies is so important.
Well, infants are very delicate. They don't know. So I think education with the parents, mothers and fathers is very important, just to look after them. I did have a little experience myself. I have a younger brother. We're like 12 years difference. And as soon as my mother had my little brother, she got pretty sick, so she was in a hospital. And in a way, I was looking after my brother. So, you know, I was a 12-year-old boy, like looking after a little brother, and it was quite an experience, you know, looking at a baby.
So you know firsthand that families often need help and they don't know where to start, but Healthy Start Manatee can be that place for resources.
Yes, they provide a lot of education and actually a lot of helpful in resources of people in need. So that's why I'm here. I love the organization.
Excellent. Well, Amy and Kramer, thank you so much for your support today.
Thank you.
Today's Healthy Start Manatee Safe Sleep Luncheon has brought so many community leaders, government leaders, school board representatives together to support this Safe Sleep campaign. Joining us today also is Sherrod Halliburton. Now, Sherrod, why is this issue something that brought you out on a Saturday to have lunch with, which is predominantly a room full of women?
Well, you know, as one of the speakers said, when Luz asks you something, the answer is always yes. I mean, but the work that's being done by Healthy Start is so incredible. Just preparing young mothers is definitely a cause that we support at the credit union. I support personally. So I just wanted to come out and show my support.
So we all know families that need help, particularly when a baby is born. I myself have 2 little ones. I remember how overwhelmed I was. One of the most important things I think Healthy Start does is offer that one stop for resources. So tell our audience a little bit about what types of things Healthy Start wants to help moms with.
Well, you know, in my conversations with Luz, and it was said today, when you have young mothers, they really don't know what to expect. Being able to provide guidance and education, preparing them, also being able to generate the resources that they'll need. They'll need a bassinet. They'll need things for the baby. They'll need Pampers. They'll need material things, and they'll also need a support system. So I think Healthy Start does a fantastic job of covering all those bases.
Absolutely, and then it's campaigns like the Safe Sleep campaign that really, the research changes. I know my mom, when she had me, it was put your baby to sleep on their tummy, and now we know that is absolutely not what's supposed to be done. Babies go to sleep on their back. So one of the things that I think is so important is that solid, medically sound message that Healthy Start Manatee can bring to our community.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you can help avoid one tragedy by providing sound research-based information for young mothers, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, could you imagine the tragedy of sleeping with your child and rolling over and waking up in the morning and knowing you've killed your child? I mean, it's a tragedy. So I think a campaign such as this is very important. If it stops one mother, I think it's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely, and it is a tragedy. As you said, no parent knowingly puts their child in danger. So, Sherrod, thanks so much for being with us at the luncheon today and supporting Healthy Start Manatee.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
This is our first fashion show, and it has been a wonderful event. It was very important for us to acknowledge that October is Sudden Unexpected Infant Death Syndrome and Pregnancy and Infant Loss Month. So we needed to raise awareness of so many babies that are still dying because of accidental infant death, by sleeping with their parents or suffocating. And also to bring awareness that those losses reflect back on the community will mothers and fathers are deeply affected by those losses, and the community as well. So we are really grateful to everyone who came today to support Healthy Start Manatee and make sure that we continue to advocate, to educate, and to protect our babies. It is very important that we work as a community to educate and inform parents about the risks of co-sleeping, about the safe ways of putting the babies to sleep, and also for parents who may not have the information, we provide bassinets and cribs at no cost for the families, along with a face-to-face follow-up and support. I think the community has to make an effort to talk to every single parent that the sleeping of the baby is so important. Parents don't realize that sometimes they are very tired, they are exhausted, they have so many obligations, and by bringing a baby to sleep with them, they are creating an unnecessary risk. We've seen parents that have lost their babies and they thought it would never happen to them. So this is a great opportunity for us to continue to raise awareness and to make sure that our babies are safe, healthy, and happy. I would like to thank our chair of the Infant Safe Sleeping Campaign, Patty Benson, because she put a lot of work, and without her, we would not been able to have this fashion show. To thank the community for coming by today, for joining us in learning more about safe sleeping, in providing their generous support so we can provide a safe place to sleep for every baby in Manatee County.
It is so important that we had this event today, our Healthy Start fashion show, and the community turned out. Many of you have heard about Healthy Start. Healthy Start is a program that helps pregnant women and infants after they're born and families. It's not a program that's based on income. It's a program based on risk. And any pregnant woman who has a potential for a poor birth outcome has free support available through Healthy Start. And any infant that's born with the potential for a poor developmental outcome can get free support through Healthy Start. And today's event was talking about safe sleeping and preventing infants from dying through events that are preventable. And out of all the things that we do with Healthy Start, the 3,000 families that we serve every year, I think the most important thing that we can do is make sure that infants are safe while they're sleeping. And many people think that you can put your infant to sleep on their stomach, but it's really important that infants are put on their back. They're in their own bed. They don't co-sleep with their parents. They don't sleep on a couch, don't sleep in an easy chair, and that they're alone. They don't have stuffed animals. They don't have fluffy blankets or a bumper around the crib. So it's something that we're going to do every year. We're going to promote this so the word gets out. And we don't have 45 children in Manatee County that died through suffocation in the last 10 years. So we can prevent that going forward. And it's one of the most important messages, I think, that we can give to the community. We thank everyone that turned out and supported this event. And we look forward to the year-long message and having a bigger event next year and making a bigger impact. Thank you very much.